Should be
Oh
up.
yeah, it's I think. Let's see.
We live?
Tuning in.
I think we're live, fully live.
Hopefully.
I think so. Well, I see we got Josh in the chat.
Yep,
Yeah.
we got sound.
Whoop.
Trying to see here.
I gotta turn off my ringer. There we go. Oh. I see we got
Yeah.
Josh in the chat. Turn down my volume too.
I'm trying to see here.
Yeah, we are a little late.
Blowjob.
God almighty, we are live.
What'd he say? Hopefully you are. I can hear you.
Yeah.
I'll turn this down. Maybe
Hey, how's it going,
echo.
Chris?
What's up,
Good
Chris?
to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Ken, Josh. I'm afraid to open my Red Bull.
Devin had an accident with his Red Bull.
I dropped it and it rolled across the shop.
We get off at 6 o'clock and we had to rush and get this done and set up because it's a complete mess behind us.
Yeah.
And we just kind of built this thing here. It needs some work.
Which that's actually where we've got the screen. That way we can see the chat there, but it's a little easier. We got a bit of a glare with the lights on the screen, but we'll figure it out one of these days. Maybe if I can raise my seat up.
Yeah, I don't think our seats are a little. Oh, mine's moving a little.
Mine doesn't move.
Oh, but it goes. Nope, it's up a good bit.
Mine didn't go.
So, how's everybody's week been?
I hope it's been better than ours. We've just been busy.
Yeah, bit busy, doing stuff.
I'm afraid.
Got some other projects here. Still got the 55.
There we go.
Fit up the tail panel that came in last week or the week before last, and
Oh, now it's flat.
the tail light. I don't know what they would be called, but we fit them up. I did this weekend, and I've been working on this Chevelle this week. Dropped the quarter panels today and did the weld up on the inners and put a new package tray in it and stuff. Gonna fit it all back up. Got some stuff to work out with it. But it's a 70 Chevelle.
All right, we got Nick. Good to see you, Nick. Chris, good to see you again. Holly Rock. See everybody.
Well, that's good.
Right, and taillight buckets.
Yeah, taillight buckets, something like that. We got, I don't know, the quarter panel don't have the taillight bucket made into it. It's actually two-piece. So
The quarter panel is half of it, then the piece
tail
is the other
panel
half.
in, kind of, it's actually like three pieces on like, normally like the Chevelle, you got a tail panel and then you got a quarter panel, and they all tie in to make the taillight bucket area. This one's actually got a tail panel, then the taillight bucket area and the quarter panel. So
That makes up just the taillight, where the taillight goes.
how about it there, Charlie and Jeffrey?
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Hope it's all going good.
He must
We
have
just
sent
got
that.
your
Yeah.
message, Charlie. We
Was
were
that
running a little
Charlie or
late.
Jeffrey?
That was Charlie.
Charlie.
Who messaged you.
Yeah, Jeffrey actually messaged me earlier talking about why the factory Camaros and stuff have brazen in them. Why they did that. My theory on it is back then they didn't have MIG welding, so they had stick welding, and you couldn't really weld a quarter panel if it ripped or anything like that. And they actually still do it, like AMD quarter panels and stuff. If they go through quality and control, and they see a crack in it or something like that, anytime they do any repairs on it, they repair it and they braze it. And I figure they might do it that way too, because it might be a little bit lower heat and you can concentrate the heat into a certain area and weld without warping it. So it's kind of my theory. I've been trying to do some research on it to find out exactly why, but I would think that back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, they didn't have flux core or inner shield
gas wire
welding. So you couldn't get up there with a stick and do it. If you do, let me know, because I'd like to watch.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to see. The only time I've ever seen brazing, except for if someone, quote, repairs a panel, is, as you're saying, if it's got a little tear in the metal and they just braze it up. That's all I've ever seen. Hey, Scott. Good to see you again.
What's up, Scott? Waiting to get on your car. I need some convertibles.
It's been a minute since we had a convertible of any kind.
So,
yeah.
I think we got a guy wanting to do a Chevelle convertible.
Yeah, we've got
I'm not sure if he's on the books yet, but I know he called.
I believe he is, and I think it was a 67 Chevelle convertible, if I'm not mistaken.
So
that'll be nice.
We just hanging out here, and I know we did the video where we were giving away the sound deadening.
Yep.
And I'll have to look back at it. I don't really see him on here. But there was really only one guy that really commented. I know Scott commented, and someone else did. But
Paradise Bay Customs.
Yeah, and they both said, well, I got Camaros, so
yeah.
One guy commented that's building a Pro Tour in CUDA, I believe. So
I haven't seen the comment myself.
So I figure we'll let him get that. We'll let him scoop that up. I'll have to get in touch with him. I'm not sure if he's on or not. Says we have 14. So what's up, Tony? Let's see. Trying to go back and see this comment. That's live. And I went to Autometal Direct Friday, which is typical. I usually go down there on Fridays. And Jason down there, I ain't seen him commenting. He must be hanging out with Eddie.
Yeah, must be.
He kind of revamped my YouTube channel, changed some stuff around, and he uploaded the Project Bernadette. He uploaded the videos on it, and they just came out with the window felts for the D100. It actually just came out in the Retro Truck magazine, the article with it, with me in there. But Project Bernadette, he shared that video on there, the start of it, and it's going to be a whole build. I'm not sure if we'll get any of the other stuff. I know I did all the body work and fitting the panels and stuff like that on it. So there's still a bunch more tech articles and stuff going in the Street Trucks magazine on it. And like the D100, the Dodge, we probably do some stuff on it later on. I'm not sure yet. But let's see what we got here. Sad couple days. Sorry to hear that, Scott. We'll be praying for you and your family.
Yep.
Glad to catch y'all this week. Sorry. Aaron, so sorry for your loss. Yes. Sorry to hear that. Sorry. Yeah, so we're trying to get those posted, the videos and stuff that Jason did, all the tech articles and stuff on that. I'm trying to see. Oh, mine's like I'm just sitting there.
No,
it's
that's
moving now.
That's because you were reading.
Oh, I was reading.
Yeah.
I'm like stuck here. We had problems earlier with the camera again. That's why we were kind of late. It was freezing. I think it's the cable. So we had to move the computer from under here to out there by the camera, and then we got this freaking 100-foot HDMI cable. So we got it ran over here so that we could get this. But we were trying to get the computer and all up under here. It's not working. So let's see. But I talked with them at AMD. We got some other stuff lined up that's coming up. Eddie Sabreco with Street Trucks Magazine. I did his 59 Apache that's going to SEMA, and from today, I haven't met him. I did his truck, worked a couple months on it, building it, never met the guy. He came in today. Actually, Erin went to AMD to pick up parts, and I was like, oh, she's going to get to meet Eddie before I do. Well, she went down there, and I was in here working, and next thing I know, Eddie walked through the door, and this dude's just the coolest guy ever. When he walked through the door, I felt like I had known him for all my life. Instantly, I went over there, shook his hand, gave him a hug. Really great guy. Yeah. He come in here to talk with me and meet me. He just moved up here from Florida. He's going to be working at AMD doing some of the marketing and stuff like that, helping Jason out. And I think he was talking with the guy because Jason's the one that gave me the contact to meet Eddie to build that truck for him. And then when the truck stopped, we needed some more content for something, so Jason found the Galaxy that we're building. And when he found it, he gave me the contact for this guy, and this guy and Eddie know each other, but I think Eddie's going to buy the Galaxy from the guy. And I talked to him and told him today that I'd been talking with the guy about doing some tubbing and stuff like that, and Eddie's like, heck yeah, that'd be cool. And he was here kind of checking it out, you know, before he made an offer to the guy. So he's still saying that if we do it, that he's going to be buying it. If so, he'll let me know. But either way, we're going to continue on with the build. So we'll see what goes on with that. Either way, I'm going to build it one way or another. Hopefully, whoever owns it.
We haven't started it yet because we're still waiting on parts. But.
Still waiting. I think they're Mark over at AMD, real good guy. He's flying the trunk in so that we can get started on it. I mean, they're really pushing this thing. So maybe we'll get started on it soon. I know they already delivered the quarter panels, inner wheel houses, the main floor, and all, but I can't really do nothing, can't cut on it, can't do nothing until they come over and film and let me know what they want to do. So
got to do some filming on that. From Scott, is the older builds back on the AMD site? Not sure what you're asking, Scott. And yeah, I don't know where Jason's at. Jason's usually here with us. I mean, we got 19 of you guys watching, which is great. Yeah,
that's high, I think. Highest we've had so far.
There's Jason. We got Jason just popped in down there. Yeah, the desk is evolving slowly.
Yeah.
Hey, Go Garage. Good to see you again. Good to see you, Gov.
Phone's always listening. He said Go Garage and Google popped up. Yeah, Jason, we was just talking about you. I figured that since Eddie was there and all, you got a new friend, you forgot about me. So I still love you.
Let's see. Chris asked, we got any C10 projects, and do we need a donor for some?
We probably will be. Actually, I think Jason did the googly eyes on that, the starry eyes on that, probably the C10 projects. I believe we do got a C10 project. We might need some, not sure yet, but Jason himself, he's helped me so much with finding these cars to build, putting my name out there, getting me in the magazines. I mean, I go places, people come here, they're like, yeah, I just watched you on YouTube, I just seen you in this magazine. You know, Jason has really been putting it out there, and he has a nice C10, and it needs some work, it needs some metal, and I've been trying to get him to bring it over here. I told him, man, all this stuff that he does for everybody else, you know, I need to do some work for him. I mean, he's helped me out a lot. I know he's helping me out with my Camaro that I'm supposed to build. He's already gotten me some parts for it.
Yeah.
You know, so I need to return the favor and help him, even though mine keeps getting put on the back burner, but it's really not a big deal. I ain't going to do nothing but build the car, build the Camaro body. It's going to be a nice one, filmed, everything, and I just turn around and sell it. But, yeah, I want to work on Jason's truck someday.
Yeah. Erin says she can't wait to watch the Galaxy build. I know we'll be excited to get into it.
Go Garage said, would love to have better measurements for a 67 Camaro. The books suck. I would pay for a book. It was just hard to make my own jig. I'm working on all that, Go Garage. Actually, this past weekend, I was supposed to start on getting all my measurements because I got them all. They're all on the computer, and I've got to move them and find them and put them into categories, because all I did was take pictures while I was building of where I measured, what points I was measuring from, what the measurements are, and I was saving them to do this. But I have been here 2 years, and I have loaded and loaded pictures, and I put them on my computer, and it's a mess. I got to go through all of them, or either I just need to get another Camaro in here and start building it and look at my paper measurements that I wrote down.
Just redo it.
And redo it. But that was my plan last Friday, but I had to go down to AMD, do some voiceovers for the videos. Can't remember what else I had to do.
You helped Craig pick up a few parts.
Yeah.
And then you worked a little bit on
I cleaned up our parts trailer that we have extra parts in before I went to Jason. So I spent till about 12 or 1 o'clock going through all the spare parts we got, trying to get rid of them, trying to get them on an inventory so that we don't have to order another set of anything we got. So,
same parts,
I straightened all that out. So this Friday I'm going to try to get in here and pull some measurements. I'm going to work on it. I need to get in front of the computer. It's so hard. I always end up in front of the computer, and then I grab this thing and I end up in the rabbit hole, and it's over. I don't do what I need to. So I need to set a schedule on taking care of this stuff and taking care of you guys. Let's see.
We gotta schedule out some things. Let's see. We got snow? No, we don't have snow.
Not yet.
I think past couple nights were the first nights where it got below 40 degrees, and it only got to like 38. And Go's saying that a diagram that shows what goes on the firewall is worth something too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and work all that into it. It's like the jig that we build on. I know a lot of people ask about measurements and stuff for it, and this is not my business. I don't own it. It belongs to Craig, and it's kind of like his little secret. So
yeah, that's his trade secret.
He lets me help everybody do quarters and put stuff together and do stuff, but it's his trade secret, and so I can't really give it out. But I tell everybody that it's. I don't know. He'd probably let me if I said I wanted to put it in a book. If I really sat down and talked with him, and it's not out of my realm to do that and try again, because I was helping Scott build his car when me and him first met, and now he's bringing it here. So it's not like we're losing customers by telling how to do stuff. Yeah. People start doing it, and then they realize, okay, these guys know what they're doing, and they bring it to us. I got a guy that I helped out. He had a father-son project. He sent me some pictures asking about some fitment issues and stuff, and I told him how to fix it, and then I asked him why he cut the quarter in where he did. He ended up cutting the quarter in right here. And I was like, man, why cut the quarter in right there when all you got is this much right here and this much right here to undo, and you can put a whole quarter on it. So he's like, well, hindsight's 20/20. If I'd have thought about it and thought I was capable of doing it, then I would have did it that way. But to me, if you think you're capable enough to weld a seam all the way down that, and the amount of body work that's going to have to go into that,
That is a lot.
I think I would have tried to put the whole quarter on. So he came down here. He drove all the way here. I met him and his wife. I gave him some quarter panels for him and his son so that they could build the car. And I showed him how to do it. He went home. They started on it, and then he sent me a message yesterday or the day before yesterday, and he said, hey, man, my son's getting impatient, and give me a price on what you would charge to do it. So gave him quarter panels, told him how to do it, showed him in person, got the videos out there. We'll send him videos if he needs, and he's still like, I think I'm just going to bring it to you guys. So
yeah, it comes down to the fact that people tend to like our work better. I think we do well enough, especially for the fact that we can do all the spot welds and like that.
Oh yeah, I painted Deborah, my wife's D100. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. It was going for a fake patina paint job. So probably not this weekend because we got Thanksgiving stuff with my brother and family. So it'll probably be sometime in the near future. I don't know because every weekend something new.
Tony asked for some good advice for a newbie going to start working on a 67 RS. For metal work, I would say if you find a spot that you think is rusted and you want to patch it, look at the entire piece and the overall and just try to think of what it would take to replace the whole piece instead of just patching it, because that's going to give you a longer life out of that entire piece. Won't end up with one good spot of metal, some rusted metal later, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's
and if you're going deep into it, like quarters and stuff like that, take measurements before.
Yeah.
Take some measurements of, some control points before, and
height, deck filler, your deck filler, or your package tray. Get the height of your package tray. Get the height up from the floor to the edge of your rear roof. There's usually on the Camaro, there's a spot in here that I measure to where a screw goes in.
Yeah.
Places this pretty uniform on them. Pull measurements before doing it.
And then when you put on the new panels, get them as close as you can to those measurements you have, but also at the same time try to get all of your body lines and your gaps working out.
Yeah, and they flex from half-inch down. I've seen differences from close to probably 3/8 probably would be about the max on any measurement, but you always want to make sure that if it's 3/8 difference from what you measured on your original, do the same on the other side. Exit out, make sure everything. People ask, or they send me pictures of cars and they ask me questions about it. Well, what's this measurement and how's this? And I'm like, why are you asking me for the measurements when you've got all this bracing in that car? There's no way that thing should have moved.
You can't move it.
I see them with tons of bracing in there, and then they're like, oh man, I don't know what this measurement is. With all the bracing that you got in there, there's no way that thing should even moved. But we don't use no bracing.
No. And that is a big thing, is that we're going to recommend to not use bracing unless absolutely necessary.
Now, if you're going to cut the package tray out, throw your brace across here and tack it, and that'll keep you kind of close. But we do it every day, all day, so we're pretty good at it and getting stuff without having to do a lot of that, because that's more stuff we have to cut off, more time that we have to do.
Cleaning up where those were tacked up. And
we don't, when the car comes in, there was one back here that was braced up earlier. There's spots, I'm not sure.
One on the table?
Yeah. Can't really see it, but there's up under the wheelhouse right here, there's a hole, and we have a bar that comes out and comes up, and we tack it right here on the same on the other side and same on the A pillars, and those 4 bars hold this whole structure up while we gut everything out of it. I seen somebody that was saying something about that they said they found it. Go-Go Garage said found it easier to change the entire floor than to patch.
Yeah.
Here, people come in and they want toe boards patched or whatever. I tell them they go somewhere else with it. I don't do patches. I mean, I can, and the amount of money that you're going to pay me to put a patch in that looks good, I can put in a whole firewall for the price that it's going to take to patch.
If not less.
Yeah, if not less. One guy come in with his Camaro and he had 2 whole floor sections.
2 half pans.
2 half pans for each side of the hump. And he's like, yeah, I got the floor. And I looked and I was like, where you got the floor at? He's like, right there. And I was like, that ain't a floor and I don't do that. I mean, I said, who told you to buy those? He said, my body man. I said, well, you can put them on your truck and carry them home because I don't put them in. I mean, to cut a whole half pan in on each side, I can put a whole floor in for you, cheaper, guaranteed, and it's going to last. It's going to be better. I don't want nothing leaving out of here this junk, and I don't want my name on it. I don't want somebody to go down the road and they look and see. I mean, usually when we cut in a patch panel, we usually grind it. It's nice. It's smooth. It's pretty unnoticeable that it was done that way.
Yeah.
But you can notice if you look, and I don't want it getting down the road and somebody be like, "Man, who put these patch pans in here? Why would they do that?"
Yeah.
I don't need it. There's 100 cars a day wanting to come here, and I'm just not going to sit here and do patches. I'm not going to have the guys patching in rust spots when I can replace it a whole lot cheaper, the whole part.
Yeah. The only time that we patch something is, say, if a car is keeping rockers and we accidentally put a little hole in it while cutting it down, or if it's on like the roof structure and pieces that we can't get, then we'll patch it.
Yeah, if it's a small patch, I mean, we'll patch it. If this here's rusted right here, we'll cut it out and we'll patch you in a piece there. But far as if there's some rust along in here and we've done hit it and chiseled some of this off, replace it. I mean, people don't understand. We got a guy that messaged wanting to do a Camaro, and he's wanting to do the trunk floor and the quarter panel and the outer wheelhouse, but he don't want to do the inner wheelhouse. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I mean, the inner wheelhouse is welded to the trunk floor right here, and I got to peel that off without tearing it up. And then I got to peel the inner wheelhouse from the outer wheelhouse, and then the sail panel from in between it without tearing it up. And it's not worth the time that it would take for me just to throw a wheelhouse in there.
Mm-hmm. Jason said door bottoms. Yes, that is another time that we will patch is for the E-body door bottoms. Because simply they don't make the doors.
Yeah.
And they are actually just starting.
We got them sitting over there.
Yeah, we've got, I guess, some prototypes sitting over here for the CUDA, and I believe they're supposed to work for the Challenger as well. The bottoms of the doors where they rot. So we got those. We will patch doors, like I said, doors that you can't get, but I mean, every other car you can get the doors new. The Camaros, you can get new shells.
The Camaros, we don't patch.
We don't even skin them.
We don't even skin them. I mean, the price that it costs for us to skin them, you can buy the shell. Yeah. I mean, it's very minimal. It's a little bit more, but it's not that much more. I mean, for us to put a skin on a door when they make a complete shell for all the Camaros, It's simple.
Yeah.
Buy a door. I mean, if you want to pay to have it patched, we'll patch it gladly. I'm not going to patch the floors. I mean, unless it's maybe one little spot, but usually a little spot in the floor before blast turns into a big spot after blast. We have one here that the floor.
This one.
This one.
This one.
The floor in this, it wasn't getting. When this car came here, the guy, he drove it here. Let us look at it. He said, man, I just bought this thing. He hung out. He left. He come back about 4 days later and said, man, I went to replace my vinyl top on it. And he pulled the vinyl top off, and it had some rust right here. And he said, man, look at my car out here. I need a roof. My roof's rusted. So we went out there and looked at it, and Craig looked at it and said, hey, that's not your roof, that's your quarter panel. And he's like, oh man, my quarter panel. He's like, all right, well, I want y'all to fix it. So he went home, tore the car apart, and the car was back here within a week, completely torn down, and we pulled the quarter panel off, found all kind of rust, all this. We sent it, cut it down for the typical, the roof and the quarter panels. It went to blast, and when it came back from blast, there was no floor. The trunk floor was gone. The firewall was gone. So this car, he just bought it, probably paid $25,000, $30,000 for it, and driving nice paint, and now it's sitting here where he's got to put another $15,000 in it to get it back right and get it going down the road. I mean,
they can't see the nice paint. Grab the deck.
Yeah.
This thing, it looked really good when he drove it up here. There we go. It was nice red with the stripes.
Yeah.
And I guess it was a black vinyl top. The thing looked nice. It sounded great. But then it was just, once we started getting into it, it just kept getting worse and worse. But it's getting better now, so.
Yeah, he's going to be happy. He was actually going to fix it up and resell it. And now he says he's got so much money in it that he's just going to LS it and also keep it.
Yeah.
But really good guy. I tell him every time he comes in here, I say, I bet you won't bring another car back down here to us. He said, every time y'all call me, it costs me another $1,000. But we're getting it together now.
Yeah, we are.
I'm waiting on the master, Craig, to do some body work, because he actually had his quarters and he brought them and they got some dents in it. And we want to try and knock those dents out before we put it on there. And I like to let Craig do that.
Yeah.
It's out of mine.
Craig's the one who can truly do that.
And I know last week we were talking and somebody said that we needed to get Craig on the show.
Yeah.
Well, Monday or Friday, it was Thursday or whatever, one day last week, Craig come in and I was talking to him and all, and he's like, how did it go last night? I said, it went good. And he said, yeah, I'm feeling left out. I said, why? He said, y'all ain't invited me to be on Tech Talk Tuesday. I said, well, actually, the guys last night said that they wanted to see you on here. So we're going to get him here.
At some point.
Yeah, at some point, somehow.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. All right.
He's probably watching right now.
He might
under
be.
A secret name.
Uh-huh.
It might be, I don't know.
No, he might not be commenting. That's the thing.
Yeah, he could be one of these 18, 19 over here and not comment. Let's see,
right,
no
so
patches for my car. Yeah.
We got Tony. He's going to be attempting to clean up some bad work previously done by a shop that he sent it to. Gave them brand new full panels, floors, quarters, a lot of good metal, and got screwed, unfortunately. Man, I hate to hear that, Tony. That is
typical.
Typical, honestly. I hate to say it, but that is one of the most common things that we see.
Yeah, and then when people carry it to a shop and they have them do it, and people, oh, this guy over here, he can do it, and they carry it there, and then the person gets screwed, and the car's not what it's supposed to be, and you get it back, and then it's horrible work, and then you carry it to somebody to fix it, or you try to do it yourself. It's ridiculous trying to fix stuff after people have went behind. Like, we get them in here that people's got old body work, I mean, complete nice painted cars, and find out up under that much Bondo they've got these patchwork with tin cans, and I mean we've seen all kind of stuff stuck, used, pop riveted. So we get it, and then they got plug welds in places, and we end up tearing stuff up. I mean, if you come in and said you wanted a tail panel, and you had a tail panel put on, and you want us to fix it, well, when we go to cut that tail panel off, it's not like going and drilling out spot welds.
No.
That's easy to find a spot weld and drill it out. But plug welds, and they done ground them, you can't find them, and you end up tearing everything apart.
Yeah, that is actually the charger that I am starting to finish up on right now. It was plug weld city.
Let's see.
And it was just, I couldn't chisel any of it off. I had to grind each one, and they were large plug welds. So,
let's see, AMD panels rather than
trying to weld a patch in, yeah. Trying to catch up on the comments here.
Yeah. My dad said, have we started on the warped up Camaro? The Camaro that was built in Kentucky by somebody, it was too bad. I looked at it, it wouldn't go on the table. It was about 1.5 inch difference from the front of the rocker to the back of the rocker on one side, and then it was opposite on the other side. I gave him a price on it, and it was like bare minimum. At first I told him I couldn't fix it, that it would not be fixed. And I started putting the rear end and the 4-link and everything back in it, and was getting it ready for him to pick up. And I started looking, and I noticed that the people that built the car in Kentucky, wherever it was,
whoever built it,
used the Dynacorn,
the whole
side structures. So when I seen that whole side structure and I seen the spot welds, I was like, man, this is a whole side structure. So I said, maybe I can get away with just doing the floor if I bust them side structures off, plug welded, bust all of it off and put a floor in it, I could fix it. And I told him that, man, but you're still looking at $15,000, you know.
Yeah. I think you told him it was 12 grand,
yeah,
and that is
12, and that would be
the bare minimum without any issues, which
so I told him the best thing to do, I mean, if he didn't want the 12, I mean, I could understand not wanting to put no more in it. I told him I'd try to sue the place. I mean, I know we build cars and stuff leaves out of here that there's some stuff that we miss. I mean, a car can sit in here for a week and everybody can walk by it and pick little thing here, there, whatever.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. It's not nothing major, but there is stuff that gets overlooked with a shop. I don't know how that car got out of there. It was completely gone, but there might be a screw hole somewhere. I don't know. I think
bare metal. I mean.
Yeah, bare metal. We usually try to paint, and then sometimes you miss a spot.
Or a spot weld's popped loose in the time that it's sat. I mean, it's.
Yeah. So the cars sit in here, and we look them over, and then I look them over, and then we look them over, and then Craig comes in and he walks around and looks it over. The most common thing that we have with people calling us about cars that we built is door gaps. They're like, well, my door gap is this, that. All these people that build these Camaros, they're going in this magazine, in this book. I don't have one here. The manual, and they're looking, oh, well, the gap's supposed to be 3/8 or 3/16 or whatever. They look at that gap in that book, and they're like, all right, well, that's it. And then they go over there and they measure it, and they're like, this ain't the gap. We're not the body shop. We build the bodies, but we're not the body shop. We gotta leave something for them to do. I mean, if we did everything for them, the paint guy wouldn't get no money from you. But the main thing is complaining about door gaps. We let the door gaps go out of here within factory standards. The book is going to tell you what the factory what that they want it to be, but every one of them cars that roll down the line did not leave with that gap. I can promise you that.
They had the front and the rear, and they stuck the door in between and said that's good enough.
Let's see. Warped up Camaro. And the customer took the car back. Love to see Craig. Yes. Yeah. Come on, Craig.
We might have to see about doing a pre-record with them.
Well, if we pre-record, we can't talk live.
Well, I can play that pre-record.
Oh yeah.
And then just like I do with the intro.
Well, I'm sure everybody wants to talk with him. He'll come up here. We might have to set up. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Scott asked, question, does the same amount of work, effort go into a build if it was a normal build versus a restoration Primo build? Do you mean like a premium, like it's a high dollar car type deal? I think that's what he's meaning.
Primo.
Primo, we build them all.
Yeah, we build them all the same.
Yeah.
Now, like I said on the gapping, now we do have some customers that come in and they are real picky, and if you point it out on your build, we'll gladly do it. We have some come in that some of the floors, the aftermarket floors, I think they pretty much have it now. On the Camaros, there's this little plate that goes behind the seat belt where the bolts go for the seat belts in the back seat. There's a little plate that goes in there. Some of the reman floors don't have them. I've actually climbed under a car that we have in the back, measured that plate, made a mock-up. I have it somewhere so that I can pop those things out pretty easy. Put them on there if it don't have them. I think on the on the new style floors, the two seat belt pieces, they're oval shaped. They're both angled in like this. Yeah. And on the factory Camaro, they're both angled the same direction. So if the customers knows all this stuff and points it out to us and we put it in the notes, we'll fix that stuff for them.
Yeah.
Some of the reman stuff don't have, some of the reman stuff has round bolts, holes and stuff, and factory ones, some of them have square. So we'll pop them off and put square ones there. You know, we'll take the ones out of their car. So if it's something that you know about the car and know the differences, and you point it out to us and we put it in the notes, we'll gladly fix it. Or if you think of it during the time that we got the car here, call us up and say, hey, I noticed this about this, and we'll put it in. You know, it might be a little bit more time, but we don't really consider it like a Primo build or whatever. It's just if you notice it. But typically we try to get it, if we know it's supposed to be that way, we make it that way.
Yeah.
But we had a guy, I sent a car out last month, and the guy sent back, he was complaining about 70, I think it was a 70 floor.
He received a 71 floor. His car was a 71.
His car was a 71, yeah, and we put a 71 floor in it, but he pointed out that his car was a mid-year car or beginning of the year car, so it came with a 70 floor.
Yeah.
So his car had a 70 floor, but the car was a 71 floor, and there was a difference in where the hole is for the shock mounts. You could access the shocks from the side on the 71. The 71, yeah, but on the 70 they were straight in on top of these little humps. It didn't really affect the car as far as the build.
No.
He could still build it, and the shocks would still go in. It was just a difference in that little part of the trunk area. And he's like, well, y'all put in a 71 floor in my car. Well, it's a 71. Yeah. Unless you point it out and say, hey, make sure you put the 70 in because this is an early year car, then we'll do it.
70 floor not made?
Yeah. So there's 70. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I have to check on that one. I mean, that is Mr. Jason at AMD.
I know the difference between the 2 years is it's on CUDAs, e-bodies. The access point for your shock mount is on a 70. It's on top.
Yeah.
And then a 71, they did it on the side, so you can actually put a socket on it.
Yeah.
Instead of reaching down through the top to get a
wrench on the end of it.
But that's the difference between the two, because 71 to 74, they did it on the side, and then 70 was on the top, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of money getting those Lamborghini gaps. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, if you want to spend the money, we'll gap it right on out for you. I mean, I usually try to make the gaps pretty tight, but there's only so much room you can move a quarter panel and a door panel. People don't understand is the front of the door on Camaro meets with the end of the rockers the same as with Chevelles and most all the cars. Even the E-bodies, they got a point on there that they meet. The door meets with the front of the rocker. So when the door's meeting at the front of the rocker, and then you got the quarter panel meeting with the end of the rocker,
you can only go.
go so much. You're gonna take away from your quarter meeting at the end of your rocker. It's gonna come in, or your door's gonna be set back in your hole, and it's gonna make your front gap more. But usually I try to get it all tight, and then a lot of times if I can push it forward, if it's really big or it's an aftermarket door, and typically the aftermarket doors, they vary. If we skin them like E-bodies, we skin them, and the skins don't go on. The doors might get shorter, the door might get bigger. Typically, if it does that, I try to line the door up with the front, and then I put the quarter panel on, and I push the quarter panel as far as I can forward to close that gap. And then on the end of my rocker, I end up cutting it, and then I take a little bit out, and I move the end of the cap forward, and I weld it up and smooth it out and make it look the way that it's supposed to be. But like I say, when you got a different rocker, different quarter panel, different door, all those measurements are going to change. It's really, gapping is like one of our main things that it's pretty hard.
That is actually one of the main things we do, is the doors and the deck lid, gapping. Yeah. Because we put the whole car together with the doors, the deck lid, everything. Make sure everything's working, profiling, gaps are good. And then we drop, weld, and then put it all back together for the final time. Again, making sure all the gaps are good.
Yeah. Scott said he wanted to use his rear seat divider. Yeah, we're going, anything that we can save, we like to save. The rear seat divider, that will be one. We usually save that in about all of them. I think I've maybe put 2 new seat dividers in some, because there's some parts to that seat divider that they don't make, and I think I have to fab it. Yeah.
You end up having to fab it out. And we just a happy medium for gaps and everything.
I see at the bottom of the computer, Eddie uploaded about 68 new photos. So.
Oh, good grief.
He's been busy today. He come in here today and he asked about taking pictures and all, and so he walked around taking pictures. Let's see. I was just going to say I would think deck lids are harder to gap and get flush. Deck lids,
it really depends.
It's not really that bad. The deck lid is, if it's a factory deck lid, it's good. I mean,
it's pretty good, yeah.
But the remans, but when we build the car, we like to build it with what you're going to have on it.
Yes.
If you plan on buying new doors, it's best to go ahead and buy the new doors for the build, because when we gap it to what you send us, and you get it home and you put a different door in there, a new door, and it ain't lining up, it's not my fault. I gapped it to what was provided. Now, if it's real terrible, like we had a CUDA, it just left yesterday. We had a CUDA that left yesterday. The deck lid to it was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, it was about a 1/4 inch or 3/8 short, always, and it just would not fit. And I told Brandon, I said, man, go out there and get one of the old deck lids out back, and we'll try it. So we put it in there and it fit good. I was like, fit it up with that. I'm gonna tell the guy that he needs to get a deck lid. The deck lid was horrible. And
it was, man, that thing was
we couldn't
like
even have made it
tinfoil.
work. There's no way we could have made it work. I mean, to flush it up with the tail panel, it had a gap about this big to the deck filler,
yeah.
and then on the sides the gap was huge. It would not work. No matter which way we moved it in the hole, it was not going to work.
And that thing, it was so flimsy. I remember looking over and it just looked like it had just tweaked out of place when he was picking it up, because it was like they wrapped tinfoil around cardboard for that one. Jason's asking about that 55 deck lid. Did the 55 get a deck lid?
Did you get which one?
I don't know what
The
55.
55 deck lid go. I don't got no deck lid for no 55. I mean, there's a deck lid in it. It's the factory one, and I'm still working on gapping issues with it, because those things there are a whole nother beast. I mean, you got and the gaps on those on the 55s, older cars. I mean, they're tight. I mean, my door gap on it is nice and about the width of a Camaro, all the way down the bottom. It's nice and smooth, even. It's even with the rocker, but then when it gets up to the pillar, it's tight. So it's going to be that way. I don't know if it came factory that way or what, but the door worked.
Behind you.
The 55 behind me.
Yeah.
Is what I had an issue with. Deck lid. Doors were great. The deck lid I have is an early one. It's gapped already, but has spoiler holes. Does it cost extra to get spoiler holes welded up and repaired? Scott, just I'll put it in a note and I'll take care of those holes for you. Let's see. Behind you, gotcha. Yep. That's why I asked. Yeah, the deck lid and all on that thing, and getting the quarters to meet, because it's rounded.
Oh yeah, it's rounded the full length, and
it's a whole lot. It ain't like these. If the gap is tight up here and open at the bottom on this side, and it's the opposite, then you got to shift your whole tail panel. I mean, there's just different tricks for it, but those right there, you got to shift it. You got to move the quarter. I mean, it's a whole lot of measuring.
Yeah, and that thing is all rounded corners, all of it. There's no...
And they're like the Camaros and Chevelles and stuff, when it don't flush out. This, let me see. Where is it? It's probably still in the car.
What you hunting for?
This.
Ah.
This right here.
It's my best
is
friend.
Your best friend when you're doing deck lids and stuff. A lot of times the Camaros in the corner right here, the deck lid's either laying down in it or above, getting flushed out. A lot of times you drill out or take out your screws and you can shift, get somebody in the trunk, lay them down, shut the deck lid, and then have them move this. And when you move it in and out on your wheelhouse, it'll adjust your height. But if the deck lid's up too high, hold the thing up and grab that corner and pull it and rack it. If it's down in it and too low, take this right here, open your deck lid, stick it right there in the corner, bounce it down about 2 or 3 times, shut the deck lid, it'll be good. If it's too high, reach up there and pull it back.
Yeah.
It's simple. What we got? Luckily, the customer understood his deck lid wasn't great and was glad to get it to the factory one.
Yeah.
Grab one corner and crank on it. Exactly.
Yeah. That's the amount of times that I've done that on Chevelles. Chevelles seem to be the worst about it. The 66 and 67 Chevelles. I've got to crank one corner and bounce it up on the other. It's a bit much on that one.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's not bending the deck lid. A lot of the times it's actually this part right here. It's pulling it out on the bracket. It's not really so much as bending this, it's just pulling this out. So you ain't got to use no spacers or anything.
Yeah. Or depending on which is worse, it'll be pushing down that corner of the deck filler and quarter. It'll suck that down a little bit at the same time too. Let's see, we got Go Garage saying another important item is your subframe alignment. Turn off your mic since you're running away. Holly Rock, ever have to reassemble the trunk hinge to the lower deck filler? Yeah, it's actually really common on a lot of the cars we do that the deck lid hinges come out completely, more often than not. And then like with the any car that gets mini tubbed, we take them out, and then we'll shape the bottom of the foot to the new tub and go from there on. But Tony, if that's a question for GB once he comes back about the 55 Chevy door. I think the only ones he's ever messed with is this set that he's been using for this 55 here. As far as I know, I don't really know if he's had any other experience with any other 55s.
You what?
You back yet?
Yeah.
Turn your mic back on?
No, I don't think. Is it on? It's on.
I don't know. Look at your mic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, maybe we can get a Camaro to a point by within the next Tech Talk Tuesday, and we can do a video on gapping stuff on the issues with the trunk.
We do have,
because we got one in here right now, but it's just now got the floor and firewall put in today. So we can probably work on that.
Tony asked while you're away if you've got any experience with aftermarket 55 Chevy door shells. I know you've been using this set. I don't know what company they came from or anything. Or, is that the first set that you've ever used?
Yeah, it's first set I used. What I got? Hair.
Yeah, real long one.
Those doors are pretty good. They profile nice. The gap's good as long as that pillar gap is like it should. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be the same gap all the way down. I wouldn't think so. I would think it would be tighter because of that area. But as far as lining up with the rockers, the radiuses on the quarter panel to the back of the door, everything profiles good.
The top body lines,
they're pretty solid. They
pretty good.
I mean, they're working out good. All the body lines and stuff on them seem to line up. I ain't really got no complaint with it. The quarter panels now, that was a different story. As you can see, I cut the quarter panel in, and I usually would not cut the quarter panel in because I pulled the roof. Let's see. I can roll it back a little here. I took the roof off because I was going to do the whole quarter panel, because like, why would you cut a quarter panel in right here when there's only that much more left? So let me see if I got it right here. This is what was left of the quarter panel. So it's like, why would you cut that in and not use the whole piece? Well, the thing is that these quarter panels have this area. Let me walk over here, maybe see it.
There you go.
This area right here, this piece is supposed to fold in, and it don't come that way from the supplier that these came from. I think these came from Golden Star, but this right here gets folded in, and then along the top of window here, it gets folded over, so I had to cut it in all the way across the top. And then here, I attempted to fold this part on that side, and it didn't work. It ended up leaving some spots on the top, so I ended up cutting it in. But luckily, there's another layer up under it, so where I welded, you can't look up in there and tell. And then I'm gonna smooth all this, and we're actually gonna, I'm gonna learn to do some leading. So I'm gonna lead the other side and make it smooth and fix the bodywork. But this one here, this gets folded over. It's got a kick in and a kick out, so it's like a Z right there. And on a radius, it can't be done. If there's somebody out there that can do it, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did. I'm thinking that they left it that way so you could cut it in, and that's just some. I don't know. I don't know how you can fold that in and then back out, do a complete 90 or whatever you want to call it. But that's why I cut these in. Usually don't do that. If I'd have knew I was going to do all that, I still had to take the roof off because I did the A-pillars. I replaced them.
Yeah.
So roof had to come off anyways.
So we've got new shirts coming soon, maybe. GB's actually wearing one of the newer shirts. Go ahead, stand up, turn around.
It can't. What do I got to do? All the modeling? You want me to let my hair down?
Go ahead, let your hair down. Do some modeling for me.
New shirt.
We got the new shirts. They've got the numbers on the back, and we are. I think we've ordered. I'm not sure. We're getting some new ones.
Yeah.
That aren't just the basic insulation center. They've got a Chevelle and Camaro on them, and I wish I had the picture. I could throw it up here, but
maybe we can get a picture of it and show it next week, and we'll be selling those. And if you don't worry, Scott, you'll get one free. Your car's coming here.
Yeah.
If you have a car built here, you get a free shirt. I think that's the least we can do is give you a free shirt. Yeah. Maybe a sticker. I might let you have a sticker.
We've only got 2,000 of them.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget that if you guys want some with the Amazing Metalworks logos, you guys can buy some of those. There should be a link in the description, as well as if you want a mug, a hat, a sweatshirt, you can get all that. Get rid of the bun.
I can't do that. Can't get rid of the bun. I think I would get rid of Camaros before I got rid of the bun. My wife might divorce me. Golden Star. I believe they're Golden Star, Tony. Not sure. I think they are. More cuts, crimped, love it. Get rid of the bun. Looks good. I sent you the picture, so yeah.
It might be on yours. I was looking. I don't know. My phone is so slow. I can't hardly do anything.
She sent me the picture. If we had a good tech guy, he could probably just instantly upload it and then float up there on the screen.
Hold on.
Yeah, here he goes. He's gonna float it up on the screen. You're gonna have to tell me where I'm at.
All right. Zoom in. Go. Closer, maybe. I don't know. It's not focusing with the crap. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can kind of see it. But it's got the red is a Chevelle, the blue is a Camaro. It's got the phone number. That pretty cool font that reminds me of the 70s in California.
Yeah, that's California font.
Yeah, reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, I forgot you was from California.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
He said, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Let's see.
Oh, the bun.
Yeah, the bun.
AMD and the installation center are going on my car storyboard. Free advertisement. That's great. Gotta love some advertisement. We need some more advertisement that isn't super costly.
Yeah. This is our advertisement. I mean, we get out there. Jason puts us out there a lot over there at AMD, especially me and Amazing Metalworks. I don't know if everybody on here has Went to the page and liked it. It's called Amazing Metalworks. I don't even have my little sticker. It's up there.
I don't even know if I've liked it. Hold on.
Me and Devin was actually looking at the statistics or whatever on.
Oh yeah, the channel analytics.
On the channel, yeah. So here, we'll put mine right here. Is this?
There we go.
That was my business card. I ended up cutting it off. So.
Wasted a business card. You could have handed that out and got some business.
Yeah, I'm gonna have hats made and stuff, and sell them, and it'll go to helping with the channel and camera stuff, lighting, getting this out there.
Oh, and that's the thing is, if you guys buy a hat or T-shirt with the Amazing Metalworks stuff, then you know it helps out the channel because then we can do more, and it shows us that you guys enjoy this.
Yeah. That Devin was doing the whatever.
The channel analytics.
Yeah. And it's saying that a lot of the people that are on here are not subscribed.
That was just the overall from all videos.
For the videos, so.
It was saying that about, I think it was close to almost 80% of the overall viewers who have looked at your channel were not subscribed.
Yeah. So if you hadn't subscribed, subscribe.
Smash it. As you guys can see on the bottom, we're at 751 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
So
once we hit that 1,000, we can get up and move around
a lot easier
without having to drag the camera stuff around.
Which I thought it would be nice. I bought a 30-foot cable for the camera.
We're at 752 now.
752.
And it says 21 watching.
All right. Let me update.
It didn't update.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's updated. Yeah, no, so I bought a 30-foot cable for the camera. One, so we could have the computer actually underneath us here, or we could move around with the camera. But for some reason, the camera freezes when I use that cable. That was a waste of $5.
I think I subscribed to you, Go Garage. I'm not sure. If not, I will tonight, because usually if it's another company or anything that does the same kind of business, I usually subscribe to them as well. So I'll go check it and make sure. If I don't, just send me a link or something. But I'm going to go check it and see. As a matter of fact, I'll go there right now. Let's see.
Unreal. We got Jason going unreal, Chris going unreal.
Everybody's unreal.
Unreal.
We need like one of them little things you can ding ding and throw stuff up on the screen and all.
It's just unreal.
Yeah, 248 more to go, and then, like I say, we can go live and mobily.
We could use the GoPro and live stream from the GoPro if we wanted.
Yeah, and we can actually move around in the shop a little bit. Once we figure out the camera situation and we get some cables, because like Devin said, he bought that cable, and we were actually going to run the GoPro over at the computer with the short cable, because the GoPro was freezing up with the factory cable, an aftermarket cable. It would not work. It didn't want to be used as a webcam. So we got the long cable, and we was going to hook his camera up, and we were going to move that one around and set it up at a certain station so that we could do stuff and get into it. Like right now, we could have this car turned around and have the camera right here, but we really can't talk and move the camera. You know, if we decided to go to the Camaro over there, Devin could hold the camera, or I could hold the camera, and he can walk over and he can
We're gonna need a
zoom
gimbal.
In. Yeah.
We're gonna need a gimbal because I am not that steady-handed.
I was going to Go Garage.
You guys would be getting motion sick if I was carrying a camera around.
I'm thinking does it have a YouTube channel? Does he have?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got the... Search it again. Wait a second. That's it right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Oh, that's it with the.
Just click on that.
Oh yeah,
There you
subscribed.
go.
I'm subscribed now.
Juby,
So,
subscribe back to you. Go Garage.
Yeah, I might have to check it. I might have to check out this stuff. Yeah. See, he looks like he's got it going on. He's got all this nice script and stuff up here.
Yeah, nice thumbnails going
pointing.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he's got it going on. Might have to hire him and get rid of you.
Oh, I've been waiting and basically saving up and waiting till I can get Adobe Premiere and.
Well, I've been thinking about buying it. I told Jason Friday that I'm thinking about buying the Adobe Premiere and something else. What's the drawing one? Photoshop, whatever. Corel Draw, Photoshop, something.
I don't know.
One of them.
I was just going to get the Adobe Premiere. That way I could edit videos instead of us always doing the live stream. Because right now your only actual videos that have come out recently were the Bernadette and then the on Deborah, the window seals. That Jason uploaded, thankfully.
We did the one that you did. We uploaded.
Yeah.
Which I did all that editing on my phone. Let's see, 248. Let's see. I wanted to see that up there at the top. They were talking about shirts and.
We should do a shirt giveaway.
YouTube channel. We always mention this on the Facebook forums. Appreciate it. Go Garage. Yeah, we should do a shirt giveaway.
Once we have them.
Yeah, once we have them, and I come down there and get some from you. Jason, I know I got the tags, and we actually did a giveaway on the tag. It's actually
from last week. He's got those. So
yeah.
Now you just got to get. Do you ever get Craig to sign those?
I haven't. I'm trying to catch him in here and get him to sign that so I can get those out and there was something else I can't remember. My mind's gone. So
unreal.
But yeah, we need to get some shirts, do a giveaway.
That would be nice. Don't let me forget tonight. I'm gonna order probably a shirt and a hat with the Amazing Metalworks logo on it. See the quality of them.
Most no power forms and shared. Yeah, I share on a lot of them. I seen you sharing on there, Scott. And Aaron actually made a new one today, the one with the charger on it.
Was it Charger? I haven't even seen that post.
My dad said, "Oh, I'd drive that Dodge." I told him I'd sell it and buy me a 32 Ford, like the one in California Kid. I like that. So let's see. Subscribe most. Let's see. I just named the YouTube channel to show different DIY items.
Alright.
Go subscribe. Yep, there you go. Automail Direct. Subscribed. I subscribed. If we can get Devin too, that'll be 3. Let's see. He said he'd help. It'd be great. Those tags though.
Talking about the tags. I gotta figure out. I can't remember if I threw away my front tag mount or not. I got upset while working on my car because I was up underneath it and I kept hitting my head on that plastic front tag mount. So I just took it off.
If you get a real car, you wouldn't have to spend all that time up under the front end of it.
Hey, now that thing is older than I am, and it is a trooper.
Oh yeah. Heck, if it was made in 2000, it's older than you.
No.
Yeah.
I was not born in 2000. I was born before that. Not much longer before that. Go Garage. Use Filmora Pro to edit the videos in Canva for the icons. I might need to look into that.
Camaro pages. You need a Tech Talk Tuesday Camaro one, or you need a Camaro one what?
I think he's talking about the Camaro.
The Tech Talk. The Camaro Tech Talk Tuesday. That was the first one. It was a Camaro.
Oh. To show you how slow my phone is. I just got the picture of the shirt.
Oh.
Oh, I need a new phone.
Yes. Eddie. I was scrolling through. I figured it'd show up, but yeah, we'll get you one. We'll get a new one, because I see every week they get shared, and I'm like, well, that's old, but then again, it still works because it's always Tuesday
it's still the
at
same
7.
link. It's
So I guess the more we put out there, the more we get.
Canva is free. I like free.
Yeah, we'll have to look up that.
Yeah, I like free. Free is always good. Well, I don't know. Free's not always good.
The kind of free I like is Jason free. I just give him the stuff and he does it.
That would be nice, huh?
Yeah.
And now he's got Eddie working with him. He's not so not
so
as busy.
you shouldn't have that. You should have plenty of time to. I just bought a 4 terabyte hard drive. I'll put everything on there and I'll just send it to you, and you just make some stuff up.
So he felt weird sharing the charger on the Camaro pages, but did it anyways. Fair enough.
Yeah.
See if we can get one that's got a Camaro
A
and a
Chevelle and a Charger and a Cuda and
all the cars. Just all the cars.
But then somebody's gonna cry and complain that it's not a pink one, or they don't like the blue, that car didn't come in that color, and it's that's how it's gonna be. Well, that car there, those wheels are just hideous. Why'd you put those on that? I mean, you got one in every crowd.
Oh yeah. Can't please some
we
people.
usually don't get no negative. I've got one negative feedback on my YouTube, and it was from.
There was that, and then there was another one.
Oh, so I got 2 now?
2 now.
Haters gonna hate.
Although, like, the second one, that's not quite negative, but kinda. It was talking about the etch weld primer, where I showed you that one.
Oh, what was it he said?
Yeah, right, it won't rust.
Yeah,
leave
it was
it
kind of
outside.
negative, but he didn't do a thumbs down.
No.
He forgot to mash that button. But when people start commenting and leaving feedback and responding, that's all I want. It helps either way.
If you're negative or positive, if you watch it and you comment, that's just going up.
Yeah, that's giving me the up on it. And then I know me and Jason did some filming and some pictures, and Jason posted it, and I had the drill, and I had my hand on the back side, and I had the drill up here, and one guy, he's like, oh, that's a good way to drill your hand or whatever, and the drill wasn't even going. I stuck the drill. I was drilling originally, and I've been drilling. I did sheet metal work friggin' 15, 20 years. I've been doing sheet metal work, drilling, pop ribboning, done it, never drilled myself, knock on wood, but I know what I'm doing when I'm drilling. Well, Jason told me, hey, hold that drill up there like you're drilling and let me take a picture, because he needed still shots for the magazine. So I held it up there. Hand still wasn't in line, but a guy commented, and he's like, oh, that's a good way to drill your hand, you idiot, don't even know what you're doing. I'm like, okay, whatever.
But the one, I think, thumbs down was that small video you made that went actually quite viral.
Yeah.
It was about the Camaro out back.
It was a dome light.
Dome light.
It was a Camaro. It was actually my 69 Camaro in the back, and it had some velour headliner in it, and it had a block of wood, like a 2x4, and then it had this dome light in it. The light came out of a minivan or out of a mobile home, or not a mobile home, but a motor home, and it was one of them that you flip the light on, and it was chrome, and it aimed whatever way you wanted, and it was hanging in the middle of it. And I started out in the back of the shop. If you hadn't seen it, you can go check it out. I was on there, and I was like, I need some help. I know you guys, I always help you guys, but I'm reaching out to you guys for help. Can you help me find this rare dome light? I've never seen one, and it's rare and stuff. And I went back there and I showed them, and I was like, man, just help me out. I've looked everywhere, and people were like Dennis Carpenter, Lowe's has them and all this, and it was just funny.
Yeah, it was just funny.
And people were like bashing me about it, like you're a complete idiot. You don't know what the hell you're doing, whatever. I'm like,
there was also that funny marketplace post about the Charger.
I posted a Charger.
There was nothing.
It was a pile. It was a pile of rust.
Yeah.
Laying there on the floor, and I took a picture of it, and you could see part of the car laying there, and I said, man, rust-free car, was running when part,
needs battery.
Possibly could use brakes, new brakes, and people just were blowing it up.
Man, I
had it, and it actually, I wasn't putting it on the marketplace for sale, but it went on there. They actually labeled it as for sale.
For $30,000.
It was like $30,000, and somebody was like, man, I'll give you $30,000 for all the cars in the background. And I'm like, yeah, okay. By the end of the month, all these cars in here will bring about $30,000 each.
A piece.
I mean, especially the Mopars. A typical Mopar build is going to run you around $30,000. That car is actually, I think, $34,000 is what that Mopar that was a pile of rust laying there. When it gets done, I'll be starting on it after this.
Yeah, that is your next one.
When it gets done, it's a $34,000 build for a body. So they can hate all they want and say, oh, I wouldn't give you nothing for it, but there's people out there that thought that car was worth it, and they're paying for it. And it's going to be a nice car when it gets done, and we saved another one. That's all that counts.
Yeah, I'll have to have GB remind me next week, talking about, just like with this car, they come in, they look great, and then once we start working on it, they get just worse and worse. I've got a slab of Bondo. Use the wheel.
I don't know what I got going on over here.
You don't know how to do that.
You talk about your Bondo.
And I've got a foot long or longer slab of Bondo that was on this Charger, and the Charger was done up like the General Lee, and the gentleman said that he had bought it running, driving for like $32,000. And then he went to do something and just kept finding issues, and he brought it to us. And I'll tell you, whoever built this car, they weren't a body man, they were an artist, because they sculpted that Bondo, and they made those body lines.
I was reading about the stuff, and they were
J.C.
talking about
Whitney?
they watched it. Yeah, the J.C. Whitney. They were talking about looking to J.C. Whitney.
Sears catalog.
Chris said, have you tried J.C. Whitney? I was going to look for it. I thought back in the day when I was looking up parts for Volkswagens and J.C. Whitney that they had that dome light in there, along with the Mack truck dog. I think I probably memorized every page of the J.C. Whitney. That was like a wish book for me when I was younger in school, and drawing lowriders and the drip drop paint with the crooked antennas that looked like a pulse and stuff. Yeah. Got show pics of Charger, Bondo. Yeah, we'll have to get that up here. You can joke around.
Someone's always going to take you seriously. Some people don't have a sense of humor. That's all there is.
And I knew it was going to go that way. That's why I did it, to get more people there. But sometimes I can't take a joke myself when people are commenting, when I know they're serious about it and they're like really hating. But sometimes I start typing out a whole spiel and all this, and then I end up delete. I ain't even going to go there.
Yeah, not even worth it.
No.
So some possible news. We got Eddie up here, and he's working at, AMD with Jason. And Eddie said that he's wanting to get us in more magazines, more coverage, do a lot more.
Yeah, he wants to come here and take pictures. He asked about coming in and hovering over us and taking pictures and getting some coverage for them and some of the magazines. So we should be getting out there pretty good. Try and get Devin in some here. Maybe.
Now, if we could work something out with some old Volkswagen panels or something, I might be able to do something.
Volkswagen. I don't know. I've known him for a while, and I ain't seen a Volkswagen. He's got a Volkswagen, for real.
You saw it.
I seen it. He don't drive it. He drives a Honda.
I guess it is a Honda. It's a Honda.
An Acura, whatever.
Well, you pop the
Something.
hood, it says Honda. You open the door, it says Honda.
No, it's all right. I give him heck about it.
What are you talking about, man? That's the baddest muscle car here.
Yeah, it's the only one. The dome light was actually used in the Dodge vans and some Chevy vans. Yeah.
Split window Volkswagen panel. Are we talking a split window bus or a old school 50s split window Beetle? Because I've got a 65 Beetle body and I need panels.
You need a split window.
And Aaron asking if she can be the cute blonde in the videos.
I don't know if I need that kind of exposure.
Juby is the cute blonde in the videos.
Yeah. My dad said he loves the V-dubs.
Oh.
I had quite a few at one time. I started collecting them there for a minute.
Well,
I had one in a tree. I had one in a pond. Beetle conversion panels. Yeah, possibly.
Conversion.
Y'all got to get on making some parts. We need trunk floors for Galaxies. We need
roofs.
We need parts for the Cudas.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you don't make those parts for the Cudas, that means everybody can't own a Cuda, like the Camaros. So I like building the cars that you can't get everything for, and you have to hand fab a lot.
And Mr. Ken, if you love Volkswagens, you might either hate what I'm gonna do to mine or absolutely love it. I don't know.
He hates LSs, so.
Oh, I don't know. I don't plan on doing no damn LS. Everybody does LS. I don't want to be like everybody.
LS.
Just get a shoehorn and shove it in there.
So what you gonna do to it?
Oh man, I don't know. I can't. That is a trade secret. I can't go into that yet.
He don't know.
I gotta start working on it first.
You got to start working on it. You ain't done nothing to it.
I gotta get it to my house.
God almighty.
You wanna help me pick it up and carry it all the way to my house?
Can.
I mean, quite literally pick it up and carry it.
Nah. I'll pass. I pushed one around the yard for a long time when I was a kid.
I did that too.
So, let's see. We got our plate full. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Me too. Hopefully, get over there. I'll probably come over there Friday again, Jason. Hang out with you and Eddie. Talk some more. Figure out what we're gonna do, where we're going.
Can I come Friday?
This guy. Unreal. Asked Juby about my 64. Oh yeah, he had a V-dub with a big old whale tail on the back, like one of them Porsche spoiler things.
Oh,
he had a V-dub. It had a airplane steering wheel out of a Delta airliner.
Good grief.
Yeah, back when I was a kid. I think we were in the Volkswagen up in Blue Ridge the night that my dad cut his fingers off in the spokes of a dirt bike, pushing it in the back of a truck or something. I can't remember. It was something. I was real young. I was probably 4 years old and remember this stuff. I just posted this live channel on a few forums. Sorry I didn't get to it earlier. Come on, we'll go live on Instagram. Devin, come on too.
Woohoo!
Nah, I'm gonna leave Devin here. I'm just playing. I'll bring my puppy along. I'll make sure I have some treats. That way he'll sit and.
I still want to know what happened to my gummy worms from Friday.
Yeah, I've got you some gummy worms over there.
I don't want those gummy worms.
Oh no, I gave them to Aaron. God almighty. Oh, I gotta remember to carry my chicken sandwich from last night.
I don't know why.
Yeah, my dad said no windows in the back. Yeah. I really do not know how old I was then, but I remember, and it was a long time ago.
The first vehicle I ever, quote, drove was a 72 Super Beetle Baja when I was still living in California.
You too?
Yeah.
I don't know what mine was, but like the first vehicle that I remember driving was a Baja, was a Bug in Blue Ridge. My godfather.
I say drove. I steered and shifted.
Yeah,
but
that's what I did. I couldn't reach, and it was the same thing.
Pedals.
No wonder we're good old buddy pals. I put it in the ditch too.
You put it in the ditch too?
Oh, she ate the worms. I was gonna say she didn't eat my She probably left her chicken sandwich in the fridge, so I got to remember those before I leave, because it's gonna be good. I thought I was gonna have hot dogs, but they're gone. I see us hugging right there. That's how delayed it is.
Yeah, it's got quite a delay.
Yeah, because it's 8:30, so it's about time to go. By the time we stop, y'all will still be watching it, and it'll probably be 9.
It's not that bad of a delay. It's
No.
not that bad.
But I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Till next week.
Maybe
Tuesday.
we'll get some just videos out this weekend or something.
Yeah. I don't know how much videos we'll get out because.
We haven't had the chance to really.
What day are we? We're off. That's next week. Next week we're off Thursday and Friday.
Are we?
Yeah. Well, we're off Friday anyways.
Yeah.
But next Thursday we're off. Thanksgiving, whatever weekend.
Dude,
I don't know.
I only know today is Tuesday because we're doing this.
He barely makes it to work in the morning.
If I'm not here by 6 a.m., I won't be here.
Yeah, he gets here at 6. We open at 7.
Yeah.
He comes in and turns Aaron's heat on for her.
I turn on the heat out here.
Turns on the heat out here. Gets the air going. He's all right. I've thought about replacing him a few times, but
I'm too cute for that.
So yeah, we'll get with y'all, and like I said, I'm gonna get with Jason Friday, and he's probably got some shirts or something that we can give away. Tell Riley I said, hey, love her, miss her, and also did you tell her that I said thanks for the happy birthday that was on my phone? I actually listened to it again yesterday. They sang me happy birthday, Chris and his daughter. Yeah, I had to go see her. So
God,
let's
it's
see.
November. My birthday's coming up.
Let's see. The installation center will be closed next
Thursday and
Friday.
Okay.
See you guys next. So yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday. So
yeah,
probably be doing the same thing. Might have something lined up. I'm gonna try and line something up because this sitting here talking is kind of boring to me. I mean, I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's nice, but like I'm sitting here fiddling.
Yeah, my hands ain't stopped. I keep looking at it like, man, I don't know what to do with my hands. Just put them happy feet. I'm like just doing this.
Yeah,
like
we're gonna need some buy stocks and hand sanitizer so we can just sit here rubbing our hands.
And if I was down here doing it, you might think something else. So I just keep put them up here. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. And share, like, subscribe if you haven't.
Oh, yeah.
Go back and look at some of the other videos because time playing on videos actually counts too for us. It helps the amount of time that our videos are being watched. So maybe tonight when you go to bed, just put it on a lap and set it over there and hit me up some hours. So... appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate everything. Everybody's support. Really enjoy it. It's growing.
It is slowly but surely.
We've been steady. We're gonna look at the analytics, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Whenever we get off, and we're gonna see where we peaked and what all we need to change. And like I say, if y'all have any comments or anything that you would like, send it out or something that would make a great show, and we'll try to make it happen with the camera like it is fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, we could possibly move. No, we can't. I forget his long cable.
Yeah, the long cable doesn't work.
I just need to, I guess, hook the computer up like a boom box and have the camera there with it and carry it all around with a drop cord, maybe.
We'll duct tape it all together.
Put it on a swinging.
Swing arm.
Yeah, swing arm, swing it around the thing. So what we say, you can always demo a part going on like the roof or fender. Yeah, we could. Like the car sitting right here, I got a quarter panel right there. I could pop a quarter panel on it, you know, easy. So that Camaro might be to that point.
We might mess with that next week.
It should be, but then again,
Keyword.
it possibly might be welded up by then. Either way, I'll figure out something.
Yep.
So, thanks,
All right.
and good night, everybody.
I'll take it easy.